where I been, how we got here, where the channel is headed right now. I'm choosing purpose over passion. So what that means is I'm no longer doing her like that. Like the only days that I have myself opened up to do her is Friday. The person have to really, really catch me because I got other things going on now at this time. You have to catch me like early in the morning, and if I'm doing it early in the morning on a weekday, I for sure enough ain't doing no content. So the hair content it's finna go. I'ma leave what's there because it's useful. That product is still useful. Just because I fell out with the plug don't mean that you got to fall out with the plug. Like straight up, I'm that type of person. How I felt about the particular product, it works. So if you run across a video that's showing you that product, I no longer sell it, but it is still sold. And if you believe in it or you want to try it, please go purchase some because it's a good product. I'm not the type of person. Now, with that being said, my content is about to shift from her content to more purposeful content. Where I'm at in my life, I've grown spiritually. So I see life different. And the way that I be seeing stuff, I be feeling like should be discussed. Because it be a lot of conversations going on out here and I be wanting to join the conversation. But a lot of people don't see stuff like I see stuff. A select few, you tend to see things how I see things. And I just want to start having open-ended conversations to discuss this stuff, especially like stuff that be going on in land, things like that. That's what I'm about to start doing. So let me apologize before I get caught up, because I get excited. Let me apologize and say, when I started this channel, y'all, I didn't know what it would become. I just started it in hopes that what I was doing, the things that interest me might interest you and help this channel grow. What ended up making this channel grow, I was not fully committed to in a way where it was going to stick forever. I had no thought on making it stick forever. I was just trying to get into it right then because it was sparking me right then. So I introduced you to a vibe that I could not ensure that you would continue to get, basically. And I apologize for that. Like, I apologize if you got hooked on this channel because of the things that I was doing or the things that I was talking about when it came to scalp and hair care that I'm no longer doing. Or that I'm no longer doing in a way where I can produce this type of content for you. I apologize for that. I'm not trying to trick nobody into being here. Like, real talk. If you subscribe to my channel for any reason, subscribe because I'm just a mama trying to make it happen. That's really what it ultimately boils down to. But I can no longer like look for superficial ways to do that. It costs too much and it takes too much time to be anything other than real. Like, real talk. It just takes too much time, too much effort to put on a facade, to pretend any of that. I don't have time for that. I don't have time to come on here pretending to be something that I'm not, or posing as if I possess more knowledge or more information than what I have. Stuff like that. I can't do it. So I apologize to y'all. At the time, it seemed like I had a lot to share because I was learning. And anytime you learn something first, you got a whole plethora. But it's kind of like hype. When there's a lot of hype about something, you start getting into it because it's all these different things and these different functions about it that's making it have all this hype. But once you get down to the root of something, you either fool with the root cause or you don't. And if you don't, you typically gonna move on. The hype dies down. That's how things go. So with me, I don't want y'all to subscribe for the hype. I want you to subscribe because of who I am. I want you to be on this channel because of who I am and what I'm going to bring. At this point, I can no longer make this channel about her because her is the last thing on my mind. And I apologize for that. When I first started it, that's what I started the channel about. I get it. A lot of people may feel tricked, manipulated, and for that, I do apologize. But things change, people grow, people become something different. And where I am, I'm something different. Like, what I thought was the root cause behind what I was doing, or at least the reasoning why I was doing it, was a different route to the source of where I was getting it from, so I can no longer continue to get it from that source. Now I'm kind of in a plethora of where I'm like, okay, well, this is important, but there's like so many things on top of it that's more important, and that's where I am today. Like, it's too much stuff going on in the world to where I don't have it in me to discuss things that don't like my fire. Because if my fire ain't lit, it ain't no point in me coming to talk to y'all. I'm just be dry talking at my booty hole. And ain't nobody got time for that. I don't have time for that. The content creation, like, you either got to come with it or you got to come with something that's just going to please and entertain. I'm not a people pleaser. I had to accept that. I'm not a people pleaser. I'm a person of the people, and it's a difference. Like, I cannot use any platform that I have at this crucial point in my life to people please. I can't do it. I have to be a person of the people. There's people out here panicking because they ain't finna get no food stamps tomorrow. They don't know how they gonna feed their families. And their spiritual relationship might not be where it needs to be for them to have the faith in knowing that they will be provided for no matter what. Like, it's people who need to be encouraged where they are in their lives right now. And I feel like I have the ability to do so. Like, I feel like I have the ability to get on here and be real enough to talk about struggles that people will never talk to you about in this day and age of digital communication. Because everybody want to be popping. And if you ain't popping, you ain't nothing. When most people in their everyday life ain't popping. And then those people that you think are popping, when you get down to who the root of who they really are, what is this? Like, if you any type of person with, like, morals, standards, things of that nature, you can't fool with everybody. You just can't, because a lot of people be on bull malarkey. Which brings me to having to use this platform to discuss things like that. Because me trying to show a scalp scratching video, or me trying to talk to people, black women, anybody, about their hair care, that's a limited audience. 1. 2, I've gotten to know I struggle on the inside. And we want our hair to be cute sometimes, a lot of times, more than we want it to be healthy. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm sure you cute too. We don't really appreciate that. We got to be cute. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm to a point in my life where I need the inside right. Because no matter what I show up looking like on the outside, when you really tune into me, if you take the time to tune into me, what you're going to feel is my inside. I don't need my inside toe up. And I don't want other people's insides toe up. So I have to change gears with this channel. I apologize again for everybody that came in like, dang, she gonna be talking about her. She's scratching scalps. She ain't using no conditioner. She, ooh. That's not what I'm on no more. I'm sorry. And like, that's why I renamed a lot of my pages Evolving Mo. Because Mo is evolving. Mo is moving. The world is moving. And we gotta learn how to come together and really share information, news we can use. And not just bull, entertainment. Like, I like to be entertained to kind of get your mind off of real stuff, but like, the real issues still be the real issues. I'm doing good. How are you? How are you? Y'all, look. I just got on this live to come talk about what's going on with this channel and how it's switching gears. It's mainly for the people that are already subscribed to the channel. But anybody that's new here, hey, how y'all doing? I appreciate y'all stopping. You're scrolling to sit here and listen to me talk. But I'll be talking about real stuff. And a lot of people don't like that. And I'm learning to be transparent and to give people pain before I give them pleasure and let them know that I'm not here to people please and entertain you. I'm here to talk about real talk. Like, real talk. And I'm going to end it with, like, I know... And this don't got nothing to do with her or none of that. But I know it's a lot of people out there struggling. Businesses, especially for people who like are entrepreneurs. I know that they say some stuff is like recession proof, right? But at the end of the day, if there's no money flowing, people can't spend no money. So you kind of got to find a way to get with what people have to do to try to make your money in this day, like what we got going on right now. Because person might not be able to come spit out $250 to get their hair done the way that they used to. Person might not be able to go cash out $150 to go get their nails and their toes done the way that they used to. So I just say that to say, like, find something that you can dive deep into that's not superficial. And I'm not trying to say that being cute or getting your hair and your nails done is superficial, but anyway, yes, it is. Because if you have to decide on feeding your family or getting your hair done, which one you gonna choose? Like, what you gonna do? Nice meeting you too. What you gonna do? You gonna get your hair done and you gonna feed your family. If it come down to you participating in these holidays that's coming up, if it come down to you feeding your family or celebrating these holidays, what you gonna do? Which one you gonna choose? Because everybody ain't in the position to do both. Like, a lot of people is going to be affected by what's going on out here in America right now. So it's like, y'all don't need to hear about no scalp scratching right now. Y'all don't need to hear about trying to keep your hair healthy when you at a point to where you like, I think I'm just using my body wash for shampoo because I ain't got it. A lot of people are struggling. Off these camera screens, a lot of people are struggling. And the ones that's not struggling are putting out that they ain't struggling. And then you got people watching them in hopes that they won't struggle, not realizing that it's within. Like, the stuff that's going on with you that's got you in a position where you at, it's within. And if the Father trying to reach you, he gonna let you struggle in hopes that you gonna call out for him so he can come help you. He's that type of person. So my content is about to be geared more to that. My content is about to be geared more to real life and what really go on. Because people need a real voice of reason and not just a voice of comfort or a voice of pleasure. People don't need to be encouraged to be fearful in this time. People need strength. And the only way that I know for people to really get true strength is from on high. So everything that I talk about, I will direct to on high because that's where I got my strength from. A year ago, I wouldn't have came and did nothing like this because I want to run the risk of rubbing people wrong. Today, I can't worry about rubbing nobody wrong. If you rub wrong, you rub wrong. You move on. Like, and not in a rude way, but just like in a, I still got to say what I got to say. I still got to do what I got to do, whether you rubbed wrong or not. That takes strength. To stand in the midst of a crowd and be the only one that's particularly different, you particularly odd. That takes strength. Going against the grain, going against the confusion, it takes strength. And it's spiritual strength. It's not physical. Like holding your kahunas and not really physical. It's spiritual. Because you can't, one thing about fighting, like I used to love to scrap, but you can't whoop them all. So it's like if you use that to try to solve your problems, one, you're going to probably be in jail because you like put your hands on folks. But two, you ain't going to really have no conflict resolution because you don't know how to solve problems. You just to take your problems physically. You don't duke it out. But the war is spiritual. The fight is spiritual. The battle is spiritual. Like everything, whether a person realizes it or not, it's spiritual. It's intentional. And it's moving at a level that's so far above us that really you got to tap into the source. You got to tap into one or two sources of what's going on. You're either going to tap into the ultimate source, which is the Most High, or you going to tap into the surface source, which is the devil and his kids, wreaking havoc around the world right now. Like, that's what's going on. And we be caught up in like superficial stuff. Everybody want to talk about the holidays or, you know, vacations or making money and, you know, all these different things, little cute stuff, and where to get your nails done, and everybody watching they people eat themselves away on these little mukbangs, and, you know, people just, the things that entertain people are wild. Meanwhile, you only looking for entertainment from somebody else and what they got going on in their life because you don't want to deal with your own life. And then you walking around entertained by all these different things and you got that swirling down in your brain on top of your problems that you done stuffed down to the bottom of yourself That's still off up in there. So then when somebody rub you wrong one day, now you on the person. Like, because people are just walking around full of trauma. Because ain't nobody addressing their issues because it's hard. So it's my prayer that I can help us address some of our issues. So growth with Mo is still growth with Mo. It's just, it's more than your hair, we growing. It's your inside. It's your inside that I'm worried about more than your outside. It's your inside. So if y'all can grow with me that way, I'll be appreciative. I love y'all. Everything that I try to do and say, I try to do and say out of love. I really do. But love don't always feel like pleasure. Sometimes you gotta fuss because you love a person. Not because you don't love them, not because you want to put them down, but because you love them. You want them to do better. You want them to see better. You know better. Because when you know better, you do better. So, cheers to knowing better. Learning how to know better so that we can do better as a people and not as a project. But as a people. Not for show, but for truth. All right, y'all.